Albert Einstein said, "Be a loner that gives you time to wonder, to search for the truth. Have holy curiosity. Make your life worth living." Namaste, everyone, and I welcome you to the another episode of Feel the Bliss podcast. In my last episode, I shared with you how important it is to leave those toxic relationships behind. But it is easier said than done. Identifying that you're with toxic people is still easy, but to get over them, in fact, to get over the pain they gave you, to heal those wounds, is much difficult. And if you are not with the right people and you don't have the right kind of support, it becomes even more difficult. And that is why I am here sharing my experience, how I went through that phase, with so many questions in my mind. So many questions that what would be my other classmates be thinking about me? Literally questioning about my existence. There were so many emotions that I was experiencing. Sometimes sadness used to take over, and sometimes anxiety seemed to be my best friend. Sometimes I was happy that the constant nagging and snubbing is over, and sometimes there were lots of questions in my mind that why me? Why this happened? Why this happened? Sometimes I denied my feelings, and sometimes I cried for hours. But one thing was constant: my loneliness, and I was not liking it. Then one fine day I decided that I can't afford to be this way. It's hurting me badly. But I had no answers. I had no answers how to change my situation. So I sat down and I started writing my all fears. And in front of that, the solutions that in case all those fears come true, what would I do? And that gave me confidence, little confidence, that now at least I have some answers to all those questions and doubts that are flooding my mind. Secondly, I started making a list of all the flaws I had. Correction. What the world told me I had. When I started going through that list, when I reached the fourth, fifth point, it was written, I am boring and I'm not humorous. I got stuck there. I started thinking that why I'm boring. Why do people think I'm boring? I love dancing, singing, I love nature, I love going out, I love going on drives, I love watching movies, I love going to theater. All kind of activities. I just love doing that. Then why do we think I'm boring? And I suddenly realized that their definition of boring was a person who couldn't laugh on other people, who couldn't crack jokes on how a person look or speak or afford. And I suddenly realized that even if the whole world rejects me for that, I am not going to make fun of people around me. I'm not going to make fun of people according to their appearance or their financial backgrounds. Nothing. I cannot do that. I just don't like doing that. My friends love me for that. And I'm very sure my parents and relatives would be proud of that. And I suddenly realized that all those flaws which I have written was according to what other people thought about me. And I literally cancelled them all. And I started making the list of flaws which I think I had. And it was way different, way different than what I had written before. In fact, in my previous list, I identified so many things, which other things were my flaws. But I thought they were my USPs. They defined me, who I was. I loved those things about myself. And I decided no more thinking that what others think of me. I realized that I need to stop thinking about others' opinion. I need to start accepting myself with all my flaws, with all my insecurities, anxiety, fears, and virtues. I may be different from others. So what? I need to be proud of those differences. I need to love myself as I am and work towards being my better version. And I started working on it. And I'm telling you, this is not easy. This whole phase of loneliness is not easy, but I am telling you that when you come out of it, you will thank that you got this opportunity to be alone. From hating my loneliness to thinking it is an opportunity to grow and to falling in love with my own company was a long journey. And sometimes I struggle these this time also. I'm not perfect in that, but I'm very sure that you're going to love this journey. You will be grateful for that solitude, and believe me, when the time is right, God will bring right people and right experiences in your life. And at that time, you will be so thankful that you had your me time to become a better person, to be a better version of yourself. If you are in that phase of loneliness, just don't feel sad. Don't feel it's the end of the world. Take it as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to be a better person, an opportunity to find that happiness inside you, an opportunity to fall in love with yourself. Solitude helps you to find peace, and peace helps you to find happiness. With this, I end my episode with few lines. To find your best self, you must lose your weak self. And that only happens through relentless improvement, continuous reflection, and ongoing self excavation. I hope you will love your loneliness and be thankful for that solitude. Namaste.